Hello, welcome back. This is another episode of Limited Experience. As always, I'm your host, Adam, and the guy above me is Chris.
Hello.
We are looking at a Rivals pack, and I think the best card is probably the Merfolk Mistbinder, just on power level.
On power level, yes, but I have not been the most fond of Merfolk in this, and I would also not like to first pick a two-color card.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've been Merfolk like out of two of the drafts I've done at Rivals, and it never felt like super powerful, even when it was open.
Mm-hmm.
So I think our pick is either Death Legion Zealot or Luminous Bonds, which puts
that was exactly where I was.
Which, surprise, we're first picking a black or a white card.
Yeah.
I'd be more inclined to go with the creature, especially since I think black's more powerful than white.
Okay. But knowing us, we're just going to end up in black-white anyway.
We are like 75% to be black-white vampires. Big surprise. And here's where we get past the champion. Ooh, Golden Guardian.
Well,
he took a foil, because there's very few cards I'd take over Golden Guardian, very few commons I would take over Golden Guardian, and a common's missing. So that means the guy to our right probably had a foil, which means we have no information at all.
Quite good. It's always fun. I mean, I'm cool with Golden Guardian.
I think it's a great card.
I haven't actually gotten to play it, so...
You never gotten to play with it?
No, never.
If you get it to flip, the game's over. You just win. But that makes me want to be more of a... Obviously, I still like Death Legion Zealot. We're second pick, so we're not 100% to play it or anything, but with our first pick, I think we'd be more in the line of, like, a black grindy deck, more than... And a Legion Lieutenant.
Dang it, we swear we didn't stack this.
We're taking the Legion Lieutenant, right?
Yep.
Or are we taking the Kimena's Awakening? That's actually a pretty sweet card.
I really don't like it in draft, actually. Because you're paying 4 mana to let your opponent draw a card.
But like the blue-white Sailor of Means deck can actually usually ascend before they play it, and then you're Howling Mining for free every turn. That being said, we're just taking the Legion's Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Are we ever going to do a Rivals of Ixalan video where we're not black-white value?
I mean, we could force a different color, but we could also not.
Yeah, I'm just not really one for forcing, regardless of situation. This pack's actually pretty medium for everything we'd want.
Yeah, I don't really like any of this.
I think I'd go with the Grasping Scoundrel over the two other creatures. I don't want Dark Inquiry this early.
Yeah, and I don't want Sun Sentinel. And I haven't been the most fond of Everdon.
Yeah,
so I think...
I think it's Grasping Scoundrel. Okay.
I'm not satisfied with the pick, but I'm not really satisfied with any of these.
Yeah. I feel like it's actually reasonably close between Grasping Scoundrel and Everdon Champion. But I think I like the 1-drop more than the 3. There's a Famished Paladin. Is there anything else? A foil form of the dinosaur.
Or a Famished Paladin.
Yeah. Surprise! Adam and Chris are black-white vampires.
Well, seeing as I have to actively force myself to not draft red, white, black in my cube, and you have to force yourself to not draft life gain.
That's not true. In your cube specifically, I usually draft what's actually open. Last time I was like Grixis Mill or something.
The last time you forced yourself to not be white black life gain because you didn't want to play the same deck 2 days in a row.
2 drafts in a row, yeah. But still, in my offense, that was actually open again because I got like a 3rd pick Seeker of the Way. I think we just take the Legion Conquistador pretty happily. There's a 2nd Legion Conquistador.
Or
we're not taking the Raptor Companion. Oh, we're absolutely not taking a Stasis Degree. That should tell you how bad that card is. I legitimately thought you were going to recommend Raptor's Companion over it.
Hey, the Razzle Dazzle Raptor has done a lot of work.
I'm completely happy with an Exultant Skymarch. I mean, this is what, 8th pick? We're getting an 8th pick strong Vampire. Like, Vampires are legitimately open. Which is depressing, because I don't think we're ever going to do a video where we don't draft Vampires. Especially, like, on my personal account, my last 3 drafts have been, like, dinosaurs. Traveler's Amulet or Evolving Wilds?
I'd rather have Evolving Wilds in this deck.
I'm fine with Moment of Triumph. I think, in general, Evolving Wilds is better because it doesn't take up a card slot. Even if usually you have the Traveler's Amulet in a 16-card deck, so it's virtually the same. I guess I'd rather have a Dark Inquiry over a Canal Monitor. Is this where we take the Sun Sentinel?
Yeah, because there's no way we'll ever use 2 Dark Inquiries, and I really hope we never use a Sun Sentinel either. But
we're hoping to upgrade her, but I'm not against it. Gruesome Fate. We ended up with the Canal Monitor anyway. Surprise.
Dang it.
And it's our goal to not actually have a Canal Monitor in our picks. There's a 2nd Merfolk Mistbinder. Someone's going to be happy.
It could have been us. Or we could just draft the same deck again for the 12th time today.
I actually don't think Merfolk was very open first pack. Blue was reasonably open. I didn't see a lot of good green. I'll have to rewatch to be sure. Are we taking Moment of Craving or Voracious Vampire?
We're taking Moment of Craving. Voracious Vampire is fine, but I think Moment of Craving does more. And we need the removal.
Hey! Black's open!
Oh! Look! Yeah.
This is dumb, guys. Just go ahead and stop watching. This is going to go the same as our last, 4 drafts.
You're assuming anyone was watching to begin with.
Alan watches. Do we take Artillery Flow or Luminous Bonds? I think the Bonds.
I don't want... Oh, yeah, I think Luminous Bonds. Never mind, yeah.
What did you think I was talking about?
I thought you said Gruesome Fate. I'm like, I don't want
absolutely not.
Those cards. What are you talking about?
No.
I was really confused and disappointed in you.
That is a 4th Pick and Pale?
Yeah, we take it. I don't think there was a question there.
Yeah, but that's, to half prove that this is actually an open deck. We're not just doing, getting past 3 removal spells in a row on your colors,
So this is where I reveal we've secretly been also playing the other 7 seeds?
Yeah, basically. Do we take our 4th Legion Conquistador? Or the Voracious Vampire? What?
It's Legion Conquistador all the way.
Mono Conquistadors? I'm actually not against Mono Conquistadors. I've been pretty happy with it. Here, I think we go ahead and grab that Arterial Flow. Probably sideboard, but...
Yeah.
I'm not unhappy main decking 1. We're going to end up with a 2-pack deck. You know that. We're 20 picks in total, 22, and we have 17, good playables. 16 if you want to count Sun Sentinel as not a good playable.
It's not.
There's another Luminous Bonds.
Take it.
So we're hoping... This one coming around is our first pack that we saw, so we're hoping Voracious Vampire is in it. Darn.
Cleansing Ray.
Yep. So that means at least one other person's doing Black Vampires, because we also didn't see the Sanguine Glorifier again, I don't think. I think that was in the first pack.
No, we haven't come around to it yet.
I thought there was one in the first pack.
I mean, there might have been, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. I know there was one in our second pack, but we took Chupacabra over it, so it would be coming up now.
Would be.
Then again, we got 4 Legion Conquistadors out of 2 packs. Like, there can't be a lot of vampire stuff going on, right?
Well, currently there's nothing going on because the thing's just sitting there.
Yeah, we're waiting on the person to our left to catch up.
Well, screw them.
One of the guys in our draft pod is named Honey Badger Don't Care.
Okay. And just like the honey badger, I don't think I care.
It amused me.
I can see that.
So we didn't get the Sanguine Glorifier, but we do see a Subhorn Sentry. Do we want that more than the Grasping Scoundrel?
I think so. It's a whole lot better top deck.
I'm pitting Dead Man's Chest in our sideboard.
I know which one. We could take a Stone Quarry on the off chance we get a godly red card in the next pack.
Okay.
See, we got enough mountains to splash red.
Yes, because you have to draft. Kinjali's Summoning's good. So is Bishop Soldier.
That's a card. I think Kinjali's Summoning is better.
I'm not sure I agree with you. Bishop Soldier's great.
Oh, Bishop Soldier's amazing. There's no question there. But is that an unclaimed territory?
Yeah.
That is an unclaimed territory. That's also a very good card, but I don't think we need it. I think I like Sunwing over Soldier because, especially if we're very aggressive, it lets their defense be a step behind ours.
Okay. Do you like Sunwing over Vanquish?
I think like 90% of our deck's removal already.
That's not even close to true, but...
We have like 30 Luminous Bonds or something.
We have 2 Luminous Bonds, an Impale, and a Ravenous Chupacabra.
Yeah.
That's nowhere close to 90%. But we'll go ahead and take the rare, because we have less chance of seeing more of those. Queen's Commission? Queen's Commission.
Yeah, as much as I enjoy Skullduggery, I think Queen's Commission's probably better for us.
So predicting record, based on our past attempts, we're going to 1-2, right?
I was going to say 0-3, but you have a lot more faith than I do.
Queen's Agent in the board, in case we end up in a really grindy
yeah.
game.
Oh, is that our second Fleet Swallower today? We could have been the Fleet Swallower deck.
Because Fleet Swallower is not a deck.
Maybe for you it's not. I think it's either Cutthroat or Demystify for the board.
I actually am not hating on Blightkeeper. I thought it's been decent.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, it finishes games pretty reasonably. You just play it on turn 1, get in like 3 attacks with it, and on turn 8 you sack it for 4 damage. Like, that's 7.
I mean,
that being said, I think it is Demystify, but... Skyblade?
Yeah, it's either Skyblade or Aerosaur. So since that's the wrong Chupacabra.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards Skyblade because we do have the Legion's Lieutenant.
Yeah.
But Imperial Aerosaur does finish games pretty well. But all of our creatures are small, so jumping them's not super useful, is it?
No.
There is a Paladin of the Bloodstained.
Oh yeah, that's the pick. To quote the great Adam Lockhart, that's the pick. That's the pick.
Do we just take a Seeker Squire?
No. Yes. Seek Pet Squire.
I think Seeker Squire is better than Sun Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
We have nothing in this pack, So let's take Gary.
Dual
Or
shot for the
Gregory.
sideboard.
What?
Wait, what?
Gregory?
What did you call that? Gregory?
Yeah, the ancient bronze mound. It's named Gregory, isn't it?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure people call it Gregory. Like, in all seriousness. It's either that one's Gregory or the green-white dual one that lets you assign toughness is Gregory. But one of the big dumb dinosaurs is nicknamed Gregory. I know that for a fact.
I don't remember that being in the land before time, but I'm willing to accept it.
I wouldn't mind taking the unclaimed territory now.
That was what I was going to say. I guess we're the only tribal deck in a tribal block.
Do we take the Ashes of the Abhorrent at this point?
Does it do anything?
It's a good question.
Like,
It gains you a couple life over the course of the game, and there's random utility that... there's a couple graveyard spells in this one.
Or do we take a sideboard duress?
Probably the sideboard duress. It's better than the Dark Inquiry that we already had. So I'm really glad that we ended up with a 2-pack deck, because we got no help in our 3rd pack.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
So, I think this is pretty close to what we're going to run.
probably.
Is it really worth it to play the Unclaimed Territory, though? Like, we don't have a lot of dual-colored vampires, which is where it really shines. We have exactly one, I think.
But we have a bunch of vampires, and we cast cards.
When we have a bunch of vampires, it's almost just better to have Swamp than, like, or... 'cause we're playing the Evolving Wilds. I wouldn't be against cutting something for the Traveler's Amulet also, although I don't think that's great.
Hmm.
And then we're going to end up with, like, 9 plains, 6 swamp or something, and that should be fine.
That sounds right. I haven't looked at the actual numbers because I can't see them anyway. There's not much of a point, but...
Sort by color, because you make me do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 white colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 black. So yeah, something like 6, 9 with the Evolving Wilds to get the thing we're missing.
Wait, don't we also have unclaimed territory?
I'm pretty sure we don't want the unclaimed territory. Because the things that we would want for it are the things that cost 2 of the same color. Which, out of those, we have 4 cards that cost 2 of the same color. We have the Exultant Sky Marcher, which is a vampire, and then our other 3, Arterial Flow, Impale, and Ravenous Chupacabras, are all not vampire.
But you see, it's a land that taps for multiple colors of mana and doesn't enter the battlefield tapped.
But when our hand is Unclaimed Territory, Swamp, Plains, Ravenous Chupacabra, we're going to cry.
I mean, yeah,
when
we don't draw any lands the entire game, we're going to cry anyway, so if we're going to cry, we might as well cry with an unclaimed territory.
I'm fairly confident it's wrong to play it, but this isn't a coward stream. No,
it's an idiot stream.
Auto-generator, because now we need 14 basics if we're playing the unclaimed territory. It's saying 8-6. Plains to swamps, which seems right.
I think I like... Yeah, that'll work, actually. That'll do.
Because we don't want them to be even, because we need white so much more than we need black. But we want a couple extra black sources than we would normally want, because we have 3 double black spells. That feels right to me. Alright. Well, this deck's gonna go places. I'm not sure the places it's going are good, but it's going to go places.
Yeah, knowing us, it's probably not going to go much, but...
Alright, we will see you guys in just a couple minutes for round 1.
Yep. Have fun doing whatever it is you do.